So what happens when you go to basic training during Christmas or Thanksgiving? Do you get to go home or do you have to stay there and train?
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing a bushel of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells time and jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air.
Hey everybody, it's Army Princess here and welcome back to the channel. It is day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas and I am so excited to be doing this series with you all. I hope you all are enjoying it so far. I hope the tips that I've been giving you have been educational, something that you can actually use. And with that being said, welcome to all my new subscribers. Welcome back to the old subscribers. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting on? You may want to consider subscribing because I am a YouTuber as well as a military soldier, and I have been in the military for over 12 years now, and I love sharing my experiences with you all. And with this vlogmas series, I am going to be dropping military related Christmas content to you all, so it's very beneficial, something that you could possibly use if you're thinking about joining the military, if you know someone who's in the military. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that notification bell on the all settings so you get every upload that I upload. So it is the holiday season. With that being said, people are still going to basic training, still in military training, military is still carrying on with their normal business duties. So holiday time in the military is different for what is considered training status and what is considered permanent party status. So I myself will be considered permanent party. Permanent party means that you have finished your basic training, your AIT, you are at your duty station and you are in the military trucking along. You've done with all of the initial training stuff. Training status soldiers are soldiers who are either A, still in basic training, or B, in AIT, or I would say phase 1 and phase 2. Some of the jobs in the military have a phase 1 and phase 2. I know for sure the papas, who are the radiology techs, and the kilos, who are the lab techs, they have some of them have like a year phase 1, phase 2. So after training, they go on to their first duty station, but it's like a year of on-the-job training where they actually, get into doing the hands-on part of shooting x-rays or drawing blood or what have you. This is not that video. If you want to know more about phase 1 and phase 2 and what happens, let me know below in the comment section. But I'm going to be talking about what happens during training when you're in the military. So this is going to be good knowledge for all of my people who are planning on joining the military right now. So what happens in basic training and AIT during the holidays is called Christmas Exodus. Exodus is basically when the Army shuts down for Christmas. I know it's not a long time when you're in training status. Usually for Thanksgiving, they'll give you that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you're financially able to go home during the holiday, you can take leave, use your leave, and go home for the holiday. So you have to fill out a leave form. Your recruiters will help you with all that. You have to pay for your own ticket. The military will not pay for your ticket home, and this is for pretty much any leave, unless it's a special emergency case. But pretty much any normal ordinary leave, you pay for your own ticket, your own flight, your own train, plane, whatever you need to do to get home. You pay for that out of pocket, and they will allow you to go home for that holiday season. I'm going to read a little blurb here from online as far as their definition of the Christmas Exodus. So it says, Christmas Exodus for Army soldiers. The Army is the only branch of the military that honors the Christmas Exodus break for all recruits who are in basic training and AIT. Basically, the Army shuts down all of its training schools during Exodus to allow drill sergeants and instructors to have a break for Christmas. So you're able to, like I said, you're able to go home during the holiday season. If you are financially able to go home, you can take leave and go home for that 4-day break. I'm pretty sure Christmas is like a 4-day break as well. Now what happens if you can't go home? If you have no family, if you have no money, if you just don't want to go home because you were trying to leave there, that's why you joined the military, and then I know In AIT, not so much in basic training. In basic training, you'll probably just kind of get a break and they'll cook maybe a holiday themed dinner at the DFAC or the cafeteria. But in AIT in San Antonio, I know for sure. Now there are different AITs in different places across the United States, depending on your MOS or your job that you're going to do in the military. San Antonio is the place for anybody medical in the military. So if you pick a medical job, you will do your AIT in San Antonio. In San Antonio, I know for sure, because I've been there during the Thanksgiving Exodus season, that they have families on base that open up their houses and homes to the soldiers who are in training status, who aren't able to financially go home, or who don't want to go home, or who have no home to go home to. They open up their doors to the families that live on base, the permanent party families, and they bus those soldiers, those recruits, to the houses on the base, on the military base, and they just eat Thanksgiving dinner or Christmas dinner with those families. When I heard about this, I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was pretty creepy at first. I thought it was kind of weird, because what if you go to a house that you don't like the food? But at the end of the day, it is a very nice gesture, because holidays are a time for love and for giving, and you don't want anybody to be alone if they don't have to be alone. Now, if you choose to be alone, if you don't want to go, because you don't have to go to anybody's house, then you're more than welcome to stay in your barracks room. But some people want that family, type setting for the holiday to get them their own warm and fuzzy, especially if you weren't financially able to go home. I think this is a great alternative for somebody to spend the holiday season with a family. It may not be your family, but you get to spend the holidays with a family, and in turn you can learn a lot from these people, because of course these people are permanent parties, so they've already been through basic training in AIT. They live on the base, so if you want to get tips, if you want to get information about the base, your job, the military as a whole, why not ask somebody who's living it? You know what I mean? So I think it's a great thing that they do. I know in San Antonio, if you know of any other bases on the U.S. installation that do I don't even know if it has a name for it, but I know that they do offer that service where they open up the homes to people who want to volunteer to take soldiers who are in training status in for the holidays. Please drop it below, because somebody might be going to that base for training. I know, for example, if you're going to do any type of quartermaster in Virginia at Fort Lee. So if you know you're going to Fort Lee for AIT, then you may know that that's coming, especially since Christmas is coming up. Just wanted to put that out there to the people that are planning on leaving for the holiday season, even if it's next year or years to come. If you are going to basic training during the holiday season, or you know somebody, or you have a child, you know what I mean, or a family member who's going to be in basic training or AIT during the holiday season, and for definitely if they're going to San Antonio, then I think that would benefit them as well. They don't have to plan on spending the holidays alone, and it kind of lets you know what to expect during the holiday season. Now let's switch gears a little bit. My status. So I'm active duty. I'm considered permanent party. I've already finished basic and AIT. What happens to me during the holiday? So if you're permanent party during the holiday, pretty much most of the Army goes into what's called holiday schedule. Holiday schedule are the 2 weeks, the last week of the year and the first week of the new year. So of course you have Christmas, and then the next few days later you have New Year. So you get like 4 days back to back. You get Christmas Eve and Christmas, and then I think one year the president gave like the day after Christmas off as a national holiday, and then you get New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which are training holidays and holidays. So everybody looks forward to the holiday schedule and holiday season, because you get 4 days back to back. I myself usually pretty much take leave every year during during Christmas, because my family does a Christmas trip. We've been doing a Christmas trip like the last 4 to 5 years in a row, going somewhere different. So basically what you do is you put your leave form in. If your section can support you being gone, then you take leave for however many amount of days that you put your leave form in. I think this time I put my leave form in for 15 days, so I'm going to be on leave for 15 days this year. I'm going on a cruise for New Year. And then you just take your leave. Like I said, you are required to pay for your own plane ticket, train ticket, bus ticket, however you need to get home or where you're going, but you pay for your own ticket home for you and your family, and you just take your leave. Now, holiday schedule in the military from the places I've been at is usually either day on, day off, or half days. So basically those 2 weeks, like I said, the week of Christmas, the week of New Year's, if you don't take leave and you don't have anywhere to go, don't want to take leave, don't want to use your leave days, not planning on doing anything for the holiday, you're like, hey, I'll just stay and work, then usually you go into holiday schedule. So if your section can support it, you may do half days every day where you just work a half a day, go home every single day for those 2 weeks, or day on, day off schedule. I've seen that more so depending on your section, like, because it's kind of hard for every military service member to go home half a day. I mean, you still have to run and operate your office, your clinic, your section, wherever you work at. In the pharmacy, it would be hard for us to send all of our active duty home every day for half a day. Like, who's going to stay back and work the pharmacy? But we can do day on, day off. So I work a whole day this day, the next day I'm off. The day that I'm off, then somebody else is working that whole day, and the next day they're off. So you do that for 2 weeks in a row, which is really nice too. So that's what happens when you're permanent party in the military. I can't say that it's going to happen for everybody and every base and every unit and every section in the military, but as far as I know, for the most part, most units, if they can support it, go into holiday schedule, half days or day on, day off. Been pretty consistent since I joined the military. That's pretty much it. This whole video was a tip, so I'm gonna put the Christmas tree emoji here, and make sure you drop that Christmas tree emoji down in the bottom comment section. If you do have any questions for me, make sure you definitely leave them below, and your question could possibly be a military tip for my next video. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.